When you look up, there is a ceiling, and when you look down, there is a floor. Chances are they don't have the same texture. Machiavelli, 2200 BC. The texture is one of the most essential factors, but is often overlooked compared to the others when you're designing something. Whenever it's walls, furniture, or just a rug, it keeps things from being boring. Texture can also be used not just for looks. For example, it can help make your bedroom more comfortable by having a soft bed or enhanced ergonomics, so like making a door handle have a rugged texture for extra grip. Bumpy texture. If a texture is bumpy, it can feel more coarse and rough, but it gives materials more depth. Bumpy textures can also help with daily use in your life. For example, if you have a friend or family member that is blind, then you can install some braille around your house, which will make them very happy. Soft texture. A soft texture is a relaxing texture because it is a break from all the hard textures that are around you. And when you touch it, it is soft and comfortable. Take your bed for example. You can sleep on it every day because of that reason. Soft textures can also affect sound, too. Crazy, right? So if your floor is soft, it can help deafen the footsteps if you're sneaking around at 3 a.m. for snacks. Structural and applied textures. Structural. Your walls are made out of real bricks, and the reason for that is to keep away burglars. Applied. A friend of yours sees how cool you are with you and your brick walls, so he decides to put up a fake brick wallpaper in his room. So the real brick walls are structured to improve strength and durability, while the fake bricks are applied there for the eye candy.
Hey, this is Emmanuel. Texture definition. Texture in interior designing is about creating tactile moments that invite touch. Texture refers to the feel and appearance or consistency of a surface or a material. Texture helps to keep a space from feeling flat or shallow. Texture can be rough or smooth, hard or soft, flat or bumpy, dull or shiny. Texture is often used with light, color, and scale. Texture is often one of the most ignored elements of interior designs. Smooth texture. Smooth texture reflect light so they look and feel cooler and lend a more formal, modern, or refined look. Smooth texture absorb more light so they convey a sense of coziness or warmth. They also add a visual weight to an object and can create a more casual, rustic, or industrial effect. Most smooth furnitures are soft or solid with a smooth surface. Smooth furnitures also tend to be easier to clean, which makes most standard furnitures to be smooth textured. Examples of smooth textures. Smooth textures are usually found on silky fabrics used on beddings and sofas, just like the images shown below. Most floorings are also smooth textured to make them easier to clean. Most smooth textured floorings are made out of wood, ceramic, stone tiles, or vinyl. Some walls are also smooth textured, mostly wooden ones. Smooth textured walls are made from plywoods or hardwoods. Rough textures. Rough or coarse textures lend a warm feeling to the room as they reflect less light. They make objects look and feel rustic and add more weight to them. Rough textures lend a pristine and modern look to the interiors and make the objects in the space look sleek and stylish in a rustic way. Examples of rough texture. In this picture, we got a stacked stone veneer wall panels. In this other picture, we got a non-sanded edge pop table. In this other picture, we got a room with exposed brick walls. And in the last picture, we got a rough textured room overall. These examples in the pictures shown represents the warmth and calm and welcoming vibe that the rough textured furniture spreads in a room. Dull textures. Dull textures are usually found on dark furnitures. Dull texture absorb light than any other texture, which makes them very vintage looking, dark, gloomy, and boring. Dull textures dull textured room were very stylish back in the 90s but seem to be very unfashionable nowadays. Dual texture example. Dual textures are usually found on vintage furnitures like the old furnitures. Just like the old furniture shown on that interior designing video that Miss Rick Davis showed us. I could only find this vintage looking bedroom image from the web. So this is my only example because apparently the web doesn't keep vintage bedroom pictures. Shiny textures. Shiny textures reflect so much light so they look very cold. That makes them look very formal and modern. Shiny textures are usually found in light or white colored furnitures. Shiny textures are similar to smooth textures. The difference is that shiny textures reflect more light, which makes them look colder and more formal. Example of shiny texture. In this picture, we have a living room with white shining ceiling with a very reflective stone tiles used as flooring, accompanied with modern furnitures. This combination makes the room look very formal, neat, and modern.